Hello everybody, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. In this video I have with me my two good friends Coldbrewgaming and Chosen. We're gonna cover the data mined information that we have about the Doom Tower bosses. Hope you guys enjoy it and stay tuned.
Guys, how we doing today?
Yo, doing great buddy. Hello everybody. Chosen, Coldbrew, how you guys doing?
Hey, I can't complain. I know Coldbrew's doing well, right?
Hey guys, I'm all good for sure. Happy to see you guys and talk for a bit about the game.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Thanks for rounding up the crew, Scratch. You want to take it away? What was your main goal that you want to talk about today?
Yeah buddy, so we have all these new bosses coming out, the Doom Tower, you know how they're saying. It's gonna be a hardcore challenge for all of us guys, so I think we should just have a bit of chat about what we're expecting, so all the people that watch our channels, they know what to expect and stuff like that, you know, and have a bit of banter like usual, because that's the main thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's that's what it's all about is the banter always. So okay, let's just dive into the bosses, I guess, huh? Which
Yeah.
one you guys want to talk about first?
So let's get the Nether Spider.
All right, let's go.
That's the bluish one, by the way.
Okay. Let me get
Blue
this
spider.
pulled up.
Yeah, the blue spider. So that's gonna be pretty nasty. I mean, looking at all of them, they're super hardcore. Seeing all the previous fusions, now they kind of make a bit of more sense. Pretty much all of them, you know. So this one here, the Nether Spider, attacks all enemies, places 5% poison for 4 turns. I guess is one, they don't really specify. Repeats the attack for each spiderling without buffs. Cannot be resisted or blocked. So not resisted, resistance is not going to do nothing, but then blocked, I'm not sure if it means that it's going to go through immunity. I would assume so. So
yeah, if it can't be blocked, it means if you have like a Siffy placing block debuffs, it'll still go through it.
exactly. So here we're going
Right.
to need a lot of cleanser, like cleansers. They're going to play an important role on this one.
And we should make sure and specify this isn't like official. This is kind of like it's probably like 90 something percent accurate, but it's not confirmed. Yeah, it's not confirmed 100% by Plarium.
So it's been data mined. Sorry, we kind of skipped that part. This has been data mined from the game with the new update that we got yesterday, I think. So they're pretty much likely to be like this. Probably they're gonna fix the wording in their skill descriptions and stuff, because it's a bit of a nonsense here. But I'm pretty sure they're not gonna change, honestly, like a lot of it, if they're gonna change anything. Like most of these bosses, they've been data mined like a while ago, and they pretty much had the same skills. If you guys remember when we had it like what, maybe a month ago, maybe even more, we had like a lot of lists with the champions for the fusion that we had, and we had some of the bosses in there as well, if you guys remember. I do remember some of the skills though.
Yeah, I think this was in it, and I said during my video that this was probably a boss because no way there's a champion out there that does all this.
I mean, so the boss 1 out of 4, that means like boss 1 of 4, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like just in general, don't these bosses look insane? I mean, you're gonna need very specific champions and very specific teams built around a specific rotation of abilities. I think it's gonna come down more to the champions you have and not the gear. Usually, raid comes down to the gear for the most part.
Pretty much, yeah. I think it's gonna be a lot about the champions here. And then
there's also gonna be new champions released in December, so
I really hope the champions that are gonna come in the Doom Tower, that we're gonna be able to collect fragments from there, they're gonna be some solid champions. Like we had Arbiter, we had what's her name, Lydia. So that this Arbiter, she's amazing. Lydia, she's a decent champion, but hopefully they're gonna be on the same level, you know, rather than Dragstar.
Before we go on to the boss, just real quick, like 20 seconds, I want to get your guys' thoughts on Lydia now that you've had a couple weeks to play around with her. Scratch, what do you think about Lydia? Is she like properly balanced, or too bad or too good?
I mean, she is balanced, but I was expecting a bit more out of her. I was expecting her a bit to come and slightly change a bit the meta in Arena. The only thing that it actually did is it empowered a bit Hegemon teams. if you get caught off guard when you're attacking them and they have a nuke hegemon and she's in the team, she can screw you a bit over. It's pretty easy to cheese her, honestly. Then when you're attacking with her, again, it's not great. It's not doing a lot for you. You gotta remove a different champion that can bring you a better benefit to the team than she can bring you on, you know. So I don't think she's strong, honestly. I think she's just a good champion, but not strong to actually change the meta at all or anything like that, you know.
Coldbrew?
Yeah, I think that's why they nerfed Faction Wars a bit, because she's a bit underwhelming, at least for the endgame players. My Venus does a way better job in terms of clan boss, at least for my teams. I don't need her in the dungeons. I really don't use her for PvP, although there's some uses there, especially against those torments. If you want to just do the 3-3 fast, you put a Lydia in there, torment doesn't revive. So the 3-3 fight goes faster.
That's exactly what I'm doing too. The only thing I don't like if you're attacking 2 torments, okay, one of them will not revive, but the other one will revive. So I feel like it should block it on the whole board rather than just one single champion. Then it would make a bit of more sense. Like, yeah, okay, she can change something
once for each champion on the board. Maybe,
yeah,
I don't know.
Something would be a bit better. Like this is just meh, you know, like for arena at least.
That's what I said. Is she's kind of like Venus 2.0. She's like, if a new player got her, she's very good. But
exactly,
obviously a new player is never going to get her. She's very generally useful, but players that finish Faction Wars don't need a generally useful champion. They need a specialist.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, do you think she would be too strong if she just flat out blocked revive? Like the enemy could never revive. What if that was her passive?
I would have loved that. That would have been a true meta changing, and you would have seen different things in arena. So many new champions coming in. Like we gotta see this sort of stuff because the meta has been the same for ages, man. Like on and on.
That might have been much better. Also, I would have preferred if Arbiter was Faction Wars reward and Lydia was missions. Because Arbiter is like a game changer, but Lydia, not so much.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like, I honestly use her a bit, and I need to make my 2-to-1 ratio team. I said it in the first day when I got her. That's what I'm going to do for tomorrow, guys. It still didn't happen, but I got to do that team, yeah.
It's, it's funny, though, because when we all saw the kit on paper, we all thought, like, oh, my, Lydia's going to just be way too overpowered. But to be fair, they kind of like made her revive longer since then. But I don't know if that
we didn't know the cooldown, so
we didn't know. But yeah, I don't know. I think they could adjust her passive and give her a little bit more utility.
3 turns, put it on 3-turn cooldown. That would not make her broken and would make her more usable for arena.
I also think she needs some buff utility, either cleanse of your team or debuff or buff removal of enemies, like some sort of buff manipulation.
A cleanse would be nice.
Yeah, because it's without buff manipulation, you're missing such a vital role. It's hard, but anyway, I didn't want to get us off on a tangent.
It's fine. It's just banter, bro. It's just banter. So.
We're just hanging out.
We're magic of YouTube, guys.
So then we have the second skill here on the boss guy. Spends 4 spider links, then puts counter attack on them for 3 turns. Attacks all enemies with spider links if at least one is spawned. Max 4 alive. So if the spider links they don't have buffs, it repeats the attack. Then is a lot of madness here. So block buffs on the spider links is not gonna be great. Remove the buffs is not gonna be great because the actual boss is gonna clap you. So this boss is gonna be rough, man. Then we have
just go through the abilities and then we'll talk about it.
Counter attacks when enemy decreases the turn meter damage to equal to the turn meter lost. Then we have attacks all enemies at start of each turn, combust poisons, increase debuff durations when attack then places weaken. So this, it sounds way overpowered. Like he already does his attack, then he attacks all enemies at the start of each turn. So he's like 2 attacks in a turn, if I understand it right. Combust the poisons that he placed with the A1, increases the debuff duration when attacked. 10 places weaken. Like, bro, he does way
Yeah.
too many. I hope they're gonna change this a bit because this is too hardcore.
It's a bit insane. You might even need like immunity sets just to go in the fight,
Hmm.
because she's gonna attack you at the start, right?
Yeah, but then
Before you even get a turn.
the poison cannot be resisted or blocked. So you need a cleanser. You need like two.
Oh, right.
You're probably gonna
Yeah.
need a team with 2-3 cleansers here. You know,
Just
to
bring in
cleanse and cleanse and cleanse.
just bring in like 4 Doom Priest and a Siphy or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. And then we have
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one thinking that, because I was like, geez, these bosses are nuts.
They are nuts, bro. Like honestly. And then we have the Spiderlings. Attacks all enemies. Places 5% poison for 2 turns. Cannot be resisted or blocked. So I think that's not what the Spiderlings do, because that's exactly the same like his A1. Will not really make sense, honestly. Then heals aggregate by 10% of each time Spiderlings counterattack. Places ally protection on aggregate whenever counterattack is removed or expires. Ally protection cannot be removed. So I'm lost a bit. Spiderlings, they counterattack, then somebody places ally protection. The Spiderlings place ally protection on the boss, and the ally protection cannot be removed. That's a bit weird, though. Don't you guys think so?
Yeah.
Their description kind of sucks here. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would the mini boss place ally protection on the big boss? You know, will be probably the other way around, but
Yeah, this is one of those where we can get an idea. It's going to be centered around counterattacking, poisoning, and combusting. So you're going to need lots of buff manipulation, cleansing. You can't really resist or block them. So you're going to have to build like high HP, like you don't really need defense. I guess you need a lot of HP, continuous heals. Yeah, but it just looks insane. But it's one of those you got to see in game before you can really. And what's the decrease? Like counterattack when enemy decreases turn meter equal to the loss of turn meter. What's that mean?
so no, I guess it means that if you decrease the boss's turn meter by 20%, he's gonna deal damage to you in value of 20% of, I'm not sure, his attack, your HP. I'm not sure exactly. But
I think the way to do this boss would be like to first remove the counterattack from the Spiderling. So then let them put ally protection on the boss and then kill the Spiderlings so that they don't counter, they don't heal the boss. And if you kill the Spiderlings, the boss will take extra damage, right? From ally protection? Or no?
if you kill them, no.
Well,
because
eventually you'll kill them, but the boss will be also taking damage.
Now when you kill them, because from what it says here, the Spiderlings, they place ally protection on the boss, not the other way around, you know. But I think this is a lot of nonsense here, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
a
lot of it doesn't make
maybe
sense.
It's mixed up. Maybe it's mixed up. It's mixed up, and
I think
it's not
so,
how it's gonna be when.
Yeah, I say we move on, because my brain is starting to. We're on the first one, and I'm already kind of like,
huh?
what is going on right now? Okay, who's 2 out of 4?
Like running in a circle.
2 out of 4 is cooled at the Magma Dragon.
Right.
Let's try this one. Go ahead.
Let's see here.
Go ahead.
Attacks one enemy, decreases turn meter by 50%. Will target enemies under hex. So hex will be like on the minor, you know. So he's gonna land probably a hex on us somewhere here. On his skill, he's gonna put a hex on our allies. So it only attacks one enemy, decreases the turn meter by 50, will target enemies under hex. So I'm not sure if it means that he's gonna target only the one champion that has hex, or he's gonna attack all of them that have hex on them, you know. Again, it's not very clear here.
Yeah.
I think it's general. So if there's hex, it will target that enemy. So maybe it's.
Because you might have it on
It's not very clear.
It's not clear. None of it is clear though, because I did
I
check
don't
them,
think
and I watched Manibal's video as well. So
this
it's
isn't a
already
good
clarified.
start. I was hoping things were gonna make more sense as we moved along here.
Then we have attacks all enemies instantly, activates HP burn, and decreases duration by 1. Again, it doesn't really make sense when it attacks all the enemies instantly. That's why I think this is gonna be well organized. well organized talking about Plarium. But they're gonna reorganize a bit their writing here, their stuff, and then it's gonna make a bit of more sense. So definitely things they're gonna change a bit. Because this doesn't make sense either. Attacks all enemies instantly, activates HP burn, and decreases duration by 1. Okay, so it places HP burn on us, something like that. Then attacks all enemies, places HP burn for 3 turns, then steals 10% of thermeter from enemies under HP burn. Places a hex debuff on lowest HP, cannot be resisted or blocked. Okay, so that's gonna be placed only on one ally, so that's when he's gonna attack with his A1, the same ally that's the lowest HP. Then places a hex debuff on an enemy whenever they have a hex debuff removed. Damn. So you cleanse and somebody else will get it. But it doesn't say it cannot be resisted or anything like that. So probably we should be able to do it.
And
Yeah,
I think... Go ahead, Coldbrew, sorry.
Usually bosses have unresistible effects, right?
I mean, some of them.
Can you resist anything?
The dragon, I resist the stun and stuff. You can resist it, right? If I remember it right. I think my Brack is just burns through it, you know. I don't know if maybe because it's weak hit sometimes on it. I haven't really paid attention to it. I can't remember.
You can't resist like clan boss stuff really.
No,
like
not
the
boss.
stun.
You can resist.
That cannot be resisted. You can resist the freeze on the golem. You can 100%. You cannot resist nothing on the Fire Knight because it just decreases the max HP.
Yeah.
The spider, he only puts you to sleep if you have thermeter under a specific amount. So
yeah, but that's still 100%, right? Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I also think the one above where it says increases duration by 1, I think that's going to be, because it says attack all enemies, I think it's going to decrease the duration of your buffs by 1. So say you have continuous heal for 2 turns.
I think that's what it means, yeah.
And then he'll hit you and your continuous heal will be 1 turn. Something like that.
So you lose one
yeah.
turn of healing, maybe.
I mean, that's what I would guess. I could be wrong, but that's what it sounds like to me.
But the instantly activates HP burn, it's like it does the damage immediately instead of waiting for your turn to go, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
that's what it means, yeah.
Probably.
But listen to the last part. One of the last parts. Ignores block damage, shield, unkillable, and 100% of enemies under hex. So if you have a hex, it ignores all this. Ignore block damage, shield, and unkillable. That's gonna be nasty. So you gotta have a pretty good healer in there. Instant heal your lowest HP to max, because he's gonna get wrecked.
100% what? And 100% of what?
No, so he's gonna ignore by 100%. He's gonna ignore. Let's skip that 100%.
I think defense.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to say defense.
It might be. Yeah.
Remove HP burn from dragon and replace with continuous heal.
And then Molten Dragon immunity excluding provoke. So he has immunity to stun, sleep, etc., but not provoke. So you need champions to provoke him. And then he can actually attack one target, but then attacks one enemy, decreases thermeter by 50 with his A1.
There you go, Coldbrew. You even bust out the gnarl horn. Here comes Coldbrew.
Get the uncommon thing, guys. Who else has provoke?
Provoke? Chief. I mean, we have quite a few champions that land provoke.
War Chief. He's got provokes.
And you can always run provoke sets, you know, as a CC, so that's not bad. If you want to, if you have a tank champion, like probably I would make a Krisk on a provoke set, so we have provoke from there and from his skill, so I can always provoke the boss, you know, for example. Or
what about
us? Also play defense
us newbies that don't have Krisk, we have to use Gnarlhorn.
Or War Chief, like, come on, War Chief is a solid champion. He got buffed
War Chief
5-6 times already.
Yeah, he'll be. We don't know the affinities and stuff, but War Chief will be like S tier because he's got a 3-turn provoke.
Exactly, guys, and an insane reflect.
Yeah.
So if you make him with a ton of HP, he's gonna get hexed and get targeted all the time by the boss.
Yeah,
I guess
pretty much.
If you manage to provoke the boss
and reflect damage, so it might be pretty good. Yeah, I don't have a War Chief. You see, and now I'm wishing I have one.
Damn. So yeah, because the boss will be ignoring defense, but you're gonna need your warchief to be built with HP, for example.
Exactly, yeah. And I think
Oh yeah,
Dragstar is gonna be good as well with HP burn, provoke as well, attack down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We don't know. Yeah, they probably work with attack. But let's move on to who's 3 out of 4.
Bor got the Scarab King. This is actually boss 404.
No, let's go to Sorath, maybe.
Okay, let's go to Sora the Frost Spider.
Yeah.
Ooh, another spider. Okay.
They love spiders. This one is more of a copy of the old one here, but yeah. Attacks all enemies, places decrease accuracy. Then again, attacks all enemies, places block buffs and heal reduction on frozen enemies. That's what a lot of good champions can come in to cleanse, to block. Doom Priest is gonna be awesome. Places decrease speed and decrease attack on not frozen enemies. Okay, so she's landing something either way. Removes all buffs from enemies, then attacks and places freeze. 100% chance. Damn. But
it doesn't say if it can be resisted or not.
It can be resisted, I would assume, yeah. If not, it would be way too crazy.
Yeah.
She's gonna strip all the buffs from you and yeah, it's gonna. I think you can resist this, so that's good.
It's kind of like Ray, where it strips buffs and AOE freeze.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Then chance reduced to 50% if Sorath is under HP burn. So here you wanna have a HP burn for sure to reduce that chance.
There's your Drexstar.
Exactly. And it fills stir meter by 20% for each freeze that she places. So you gotta make sure no freeze lands on it. I keep saying a she, but it might be a he, so I don't know.
So block debuffs will be strong here.
Yeah, and resistance as well.
Oh no, because it removes all buffs. So you'd have to have.
I think resistance will be the key to this one, honestly.
Yeah, high resist team for sure. Because we don't know what that we don't know if it's gonna
Lydia.
have. we don't know if it's gonna have. Well,
wait,
but that's only
battles,
arena,
right?
No, it's only arena. I think.
Are you sure?
It's only arena. Yeah. Only arena.
Yeah, I think it's only arena. Yeah, it should be all battles.
That sucks, then.
Warlord. Is
Rosin all battles? I know he's resistance. Is he?
He's arena. But now I'm thinking of Warlord. I think he's in all battles. I might be wrong.
And I didn't get him. During the 10x.
Shame, huh? Now, when attacked, has 20% chance to freeze. Increases defense and resistance if not under HP burn. It doesn't say by how much it increases resistance, because we don't really have a buff that increases resistance. Really,
aren't they
passive?
Aren't they releasing a new set that is like freeze resist?
20% chance.
20% chance.
Oh,
that's gonna be I think from this boss, if I remember it right.
Actually. Yeah, but that doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. Like
to get the set to beat the boss after you beat the boss.
Something like that, yeah. I mean,
it's like they say that Lydia is great for Faction Wars 21 for Dark Elves. I'm like, yeah, because you get her after you beat it, so it doesn't make sense.
Then we've seen worse. Go ahead, sorry.
Revive Sorath with 50% HP, full turn meter, and skills reset if killed while not under HP burn. Also spawns 2 spiderlings, so you gotta throw HP burn on this one.
Definitely need that HP burn.
Then
there's many champions that got it, so that's okay.
So it did not specify anything about spiderlings, only at the end part where it revives and also spawns 2 spiderlings, max 2. And the spiderlings remove all debuffs from Sorath, instantly transfer decreased defense and weaken to these spiderlings if not under leech. Will convert debuffs to weaker version on transfer. So I would assume it only gets spiderlings in if you kill it without a HP burn, or it might summon some every now and then. It doesn't really say here though.
Or they might be unkillable. That was
who knows? Unkillable, block damage, shield. We'll have everything.
Removes all debuffs from Sorath, so you gotta find a way to keep that HP burn on her.
HP burn constantly, yeah. It's good that it doesn't cleanse itself, the boss. Only the spiderlings do that, you know. So yeah, if the spiderlings they spawn all the time, not only how it says in the last part here on the skill.
So maybe block cooldown skills debuffs.
That's like the A1 on them, so I'm not sure how it's gonna work. Because you see in Faction Wars,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have the
Yeah,
minions. No matter what you do to them, if you don't stun them or sleep them, they're still gonna do their skills, you know. In Faction Wars.
yeah. If that's A1,
Mm.
if the removal deal is their A1,
They only
yeah.
have the A1, you know, so they're still gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Righty, so that was number 3, guys. Are you guys loving it?
It's gonna be a ton of.
I mean, that one looked, yeah. At
this
least like
one, I think, yeah, much more reasonable.
I could understand like half the wording instead of 20%. But...
Exactly. Yeah. Then we have Borgot the Scarab King. Now this is gonna give us geared, I think, the resistance and immunity one together. If I'm not mistaken, it just looks like the gear looks like it's gonna be that set. Then attacks all enemies, places decrease attack and speed. Extra hit on enemies with no shield. Extra hit places provoke. So you wanna have shield here, and you wanna have the fusion we've done. What was his name? I forgot his name. The big, the big chubby lizard. Yeah, that's the one.
Virgum.
Oh,
because he puts shield on you, and then he removes provoke as well. So in case if somebody doesn't have a shield and he gets provoked, he's gonna remove that as well. You know. That can be good. That champion can be awesome in this on this boss actually. Then we have attacks all enemies, places extra hit for each buff. Damn. Could you imagine that? To attack all the enemies, and if I have like 5 buffs on my team, this boss attacking me 5 times, all my team. My god.
And each hit steals a random buff.
Yeah, and
so it's just gonna keep going.
Or removes one buff is shielded.
This is really gonna be dependable of shield here. So just having a shield set is just not gonna cut it through. You do have require champions that place shield here. Hope, Romero, and champions like that. You know, champions that
created.
Sir Nicholas, miscreated monster. Exactly. I just started with the low budget ones. You know.
Yeah.
Then each extra hit steals 1 random buff if no shield, or removes 1 buff if shielded. So no matter what you're doing, it's gonna take 1 buff from you. Places true fear if no buffs are stolen, or fear if no buffs removed. Oof. That's gonna be rough here. So again, I think Doom Priest will place such an important role on pretty much every single boss, honestly. Like Doom Priest is gonna be very strong.
Yeah, the super consistent cleansing.
Yeah, from the passive. Yeah, you gotta make her fast and on to cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have decreases damage received according to how much max HP has been decreased. Damage received is 90% if max HP decreased less than 10%, 60% if 10-20, 30% if 20-30, 0% if more than 30, and they lost me at this part. Yeah, you guys understood anything? I haven't really. The damage decreases according, but I'm not sure. Our damage, his damage, so I'm really not sure.
Lots of AoE. So you need lots of cleansing. It doesn't say things can't be resisted. So high resist again.
Probably, yeah. And then we have counter attacks when attacked by enemy with no shield. So you do need shield. Definitely you need shield here.
And it looks like they're trying to make decreased max HP actually viable, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think his damage is gonna be decreased if we decreasing the max HP on him. So Rotos, champions like this, they're gonna put some work in probably on this boss.
Yeah.
Richtof.
Yeah, I don't have one Richtof. That's why I'm thinking of Rotos right now.
Wait, Richtof has it?
I thought he does.
I'm not sure, honestly. I know he has poisons, extra damage on enemies under poisons and stuff like that, but...
Yeah.
Does Richtof not? Let me pull it up here.
So, you guys are expecting this to be like at the same level with Faction Wars 1 year ago? Before zero nerfs? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to be so hard.
Richtof A1 decreases max HP by 30% damage inflicted, yeah.
So Skull Rotos, Richtof.
Yeah.
There are quite a few that they do it. So I think it's gonna be pretty hardcore, man. Like I just hope the rewards are worth it and constant. So I'm just gonna quickly put the video that the guys showed us from what's next in Raid Shadow Legends, blah blah blah. Because how they say here, with these 4 mini bosses, it kind of sounds like they're only at the end and they rotate every month. That's the sort of thing they data mined. But if you guys remember, I'm actually gonna mute it here, guys. The video is not so important to actually hear what they're saying. I'm just gonna point you a couple of things here. How you guys can see, we have 5 levels secret room, 5 levels boss. So every 10 levels we have a boss. And in the video, it shows clearly how the same bosses, they appear on the image and they're changing. So they're kind of saying that we're gonna fight the same bosses 12 times or 11 times, but the difficulty increases each time. So I'm wondering if some of their skills, they're gonna be slightly different from the difficulty to the higher difficulty, you know? Because they're gonna be the same.
Yeah.
They're gonna be the same for bosses. I doubt it that they're gonna make 16 bosses, for example, or 15 bosses to have them on every single stage differently, and these 4 that we just talked about just to rotate on the last one on 120. You know, I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be something like that. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna put all 4 bosses at the same month. I think they want to stretch out the gameplay for this Doom Tower.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a bit quite hard though if they're doing that, because if they're doing that, that means that we're gonna fight on every 10th level the same boss.
Maybe the boss that we had on every 10 level is not this boss. Maybe it's like a mini boss, and it can be whatever.
Yeah,
It
but
might be like
it might
just a
be. I'm just saying
champion.
because how they showed the exact same images of the same bosses at stage 10, for
Honestly,
example, stage 20.
we'll know for sure when everything's out.
And there's also the normal and the hard difficulties.
Yeah, I think normal is gonna be doable for most people that they're in the end game. So I'm not talking about new players and stuff like that, but the hard mode I think is gonna be hardcore for every single player in the game. Like, I remember Faction Wars, man, when it came out, 6+ hours to beat Undead 21. Like, I pulled my hair out after 6 hours. I didn't give up. I wanted to do it, you know, but
Wait,
it took me 6 hours to beat Undead 21, and that was almost a year ago.
Not in one run, right?
No, not in one run. I kept on repeating the same run, because if I wasn't landing every stun, if I wasn't landing every provoke, if I was getting to the boss and the boss was hammering me, so every time I had all the planets in the universe, I needed them to align for me and to get everything perfect on the line, you know. That was just crazy. So I think that's how it's gonna be the hard mode here, honestly.
just hoping for good RNG.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, the bosses look insane, and it's hard to kind of understand what's going on until we.
It's nice that we're gonna have you know, we're gonna have to think of new teams again. But I think now the community is so much bigger than when we started doing content. Like, at least when I started doing content, there was just the 4 dungeons and the clan boss.
Yeah.
And now there's so many people who are interested in the game and do content, and there's so many communities that we might actually beat this much faster than Plarium thinks.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go on the first month to beat every single one of them. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, if we get the chance.
I'm gonna stay 6-7 hours if needed to, but I'm gonna do it. You know.
You already proved that with Undead.
Yeah, I have determination. You know, I have the champs, so it's not like I'm having issues with champions and stuff. But it's gonna be super rough though. So honestly, the average player, I think, for the hard mode is not gonna have much to do. And I'm not sure how many champs we're gonna get in here. Like, I don't know if you guys are up to date with data mining and stuff, but they've been data mined like 20 champions probably. So many. Some of them, they sound insane. So I'm not sure if we're gonna get, for example, 1 champion for normal, 1 champion for hard to collect fragments. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be one champion only for normal mode. You can only get fragments from there, and then for the other champion, you can only get fragments from hard mode. I think they will do that though, because then will kind of drive the people to spend money to try to get to the hard part as well, because they said that we cannot summon those champions. They only gonna be collected from fragments from the Doom Tower. So that will make sense to make people to spend money and stuff, you know.
And that could be why they nerfed Faction Wars a little bit, because Doom Tower is going to be replacing Faction Wars as like
pretty
that,
much,
end, that end game grind.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, are we covering anything else, or?
Well, I just want to throw in a quick thing, because I'm not gonna do anything else with it. You guys having issues with the materials for the forge, epic materials, anything like that? Anyone struggling there? Out of you two guys.
I don't craft anything.
Yeah, I haven't done. I've been saving up to see if like I can do a big sample size like study or something on the forge and do it all like in one day. I haven't. I just do like the quest. I haven't really been crafting anything.
So for whoever is wondering, guys, a few days ago I tried to take out from Plarium some information about it. I've been told to farm stage 10. They cannot give us the drop rates because they're not allowed to. So we data mine them. So we have them here on the screen. I've been sent to the wrong stage as well, like stage 10, 11, 12. They don't give epic or rare materials. So go to stage 12 if you only want to get epic. It's now worth it. The chances of getting epic materials on the high stages, starting from like stage 16 upwards, is 5%. So that's your chance of getting 5%. Epic materials, yeah. And 5% for each one of them, and 45 and 45 from the other ones. And then you have here the amount of materials as well that it can drop. So stage 21 can drop you 80 to 100, 20, 70 to 90, 19 the same.
So it is better to farm stage 21 if you want more materials.
Yeah, because it's pretty much the same chance of dropping from stage 16, 17 to 21. They all have 5% chance of dropping with those materials. So don't bother in farming low stages. It's honestly not worth it to give up the chance of getting good glyphs and stuff. You really want to focus mainly the glyphs. Materials are a bonus, even though I'm struggling with perception materials like crazy since day one. But yeah, we even have the glyphs here. The chances for the glyphs to drop, how they are, 6 stars. So 15% chance to drop on a 21. So not that bad, I guess. But yeah, they really keep everything so secret. I'm not sure why they're doing that. Like, I don't like it. Now, it's kind of a bit of a contradiction with all this data mining that people started doing recently, because they kind of changed the system, whatever. I'm not good with IT and all this sort of stuff, but before nobody was able to data mine almost nothing out of the game. So they kind of changed everything now, so people, they can actually get a lot of information out of it. Or before nobody was doing it. I'm not sure what was happening there, you know.
They definitely changed something.
But yeah, because now everything comes out.
But there definitely wasn't a pity system before.
No, we didn't have a pity system before. Not like that anyway. I know there are people claiming it, but then there are people claiming it. Open 20 Ancient, open 20 Mystery, go sacrifice your team to the dungeon, and then come out and you're gonna pull a Lego. Go hit your head on the wall a few times, come back, you're gonna pull a Lego. So everybody has his own theory. This has been forever, so people can say whatever. The pity system was not there before.
And always
because when we did the gold rush, I summoned 50 ancients and didn't get an epic. So,
but they said it doesn't kick in until like 200, right?
Yeah, no, but not for epics.
But epics is every 20, right?
Yeah, we didn't have one.
Yeah, and you pulled what, like 50?
Yeah, I pulled 50.
But it was implemented a while ago, or some sort of system, because if it can keep track from the past before the patch came out, you know, it must have been some sort of stuff implemented in the game for it, though. But yeah, they're keeping secret everything they're doing. They're not really spreading
I hope they
information with us and stuff. They're not sharing much stuff, so I do want a counter too. Every other game has a counter, so hopefully they
Yeah.
they drop us in. But yeah, guys, anything else you guys want to add? Appreciate you guys being here with me, talking all this nonsense here about the bosses, getting confused together with the viewers here, because we're gonna be in the same boat, guys. Like, we don't know more than you guys know. How we said, Plarium is like Area 51 or whatever it's called, that stuff with aliens in USA. They keep everything secret. Military all around the place. You're not allowed to go near them. and
Enough
stuff
of
like
the
that.
hate on Americans, okay? Come
No, it's not about hate on Americans. I'm saying
I'm
they're
kidding,
super
I'm kidding.
secretive, bro. Oh, man. But yeah, guys.
Nope, it was fun. Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always fun, guys.
Appreciate
have
you
a
guys
good
stopping
one.
by. And peace. Have a good one.
Peace, man.